Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's been a bit and I wanted to kind of make this video as an update as to why it's been a bit and also to explain how I'm going to kind of fix a lot of the issues that I've had with releasing research in the past. We're going to talk a little bit about Obsidian. It's not going to be all about the personal knowledge management space because there are tons of YouTubers who do that. I might kind of touch on it a little bit more in the future, but I think I want to talk about how I'm applying it to my own research and how I'm applying it to publishing research specifically. I cannot stand creating content. I love content creation. I love putting videos out. I love putting blogs out. I think it's like an awesome thing, and I've benefited massively from people's blogs and people's YouTube channels. I'm going to talk about that a lot here in a second. I hate creating content. The actual act of creating content involves setting up a script, memorizing it or practicing it, recording the video, which means multiple shots, angles, etc., redoing it several times, things like that, and a ton of editing. Editing specifically has been my sticking point. I can't stand to edit videos. I hate everything about Adobe Premiere, but I keep giving them money, and I just kind of hate the actual creation process of putting videos and blogs out. That doesn't even touch on the actual research. I like doing malware research. I like doing code. I like writing tons of code, and that takes a lot of time. That is honestly what I would like to focus most of my effort on, is the actual research itself. The blogs and the YouTube and all of that stuff that comes after it, I think is amazing, and it's an awesome thing to kind of put that out to the world to kind of help other people with their research. But the actual act of creating content itself is kind of the thing that is holding me back from releasing more. So as it happens with habits, it means I don't actually do anything. It's been probably like 3-4 months since I've released a video. It's been probably longer than that before I started releasing blogs again. And I've kind of changed my mindset on this, and that's what this video is, more or less about. I came across NoBoilerplate's videos a while back and absolutely fell in love. This is the logo to their channel. I would highly recommend, if you like my content, their content is significantly better and goes into a lot more detail about specifically Rust and just creating cool things. Really, seriously, they're amazing, and I would go and check out their channel. Their link is in the description. The aesthetic for their videos is simple. It's slides, a voice, some really dope research, and that's literally it. I am not going to say that they don't do any editing. I'm sure they do, but it's very minimal, and that's kind of the point. The point is to put the research first and to create an aesthetic and an approach that makes it as easy as possible to put that research out in the world once it's done. And their channel is doing significantly better than mine, in no small part because their research is much better. They're putting out content more often with better research, and it's just something that I have aspired to ever since I found their channel. So I'd spend all of this time creating new videos, and trust me, I know it doesn't look like it, but I do create I do spend a lot of time creating videos. And I just create content that sucked, and it sucked the soul out of me. Honestly, I didn't want to edit videos. I just found myself not wanting to do the research that I wanted to do to put it into a video because I didn't want to create the video itself, and that sucked. And ditto for blogging. I would love to release as many blogs as humanly possible, but the process of actually putting together a well-polished, well-put-together blog is actually fairly difficult, and a lot of that is because I'm fairly self-conscious about my writing style. So I read Atomic Habits by James Clear over the last year. I think I've read it twice now. It's a fantastic book, but James talks a whole lot about the best way to establish new habits or to establish existing habits better is to make them as easy as possible. And this quote from their book kind of sums it up. It is important to keep each habit reasonable so that you can maintain momentum and make the behavior as easy as possible to accomplish. So it's fairly simple. You won't do a thing that's hard to do. He talks about it specifically with respect to running. In order to establish a good running habit, especially if you're trying to do it in the morning when you're not a morning person, you set out all of the stuff that you need for your run the night before, so that all you have to do is roll out of bed, roll into your clothes, and get out. So if you make that habit easy, if you make it as easy as possible to get out there and run, it's much more likely that you're going to establish that habit. You really should honestly read Atomic Habits. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to make affiliate income. The link to the affiliate page on Amazon will be in the description as well. It's really great for basically any field that you're in. So I thought about implementing no boilerplate strategy. I looked into Obsidian, I started using it a fair bit for my research, and I kind of used it as a way to collect all of my research. I really like the approach that they have with node graphs specifically. Those are super cool and really good for like a lot of different kinds of research, especially in academia. But I procrastinated because, of course, I did. I'm making the switch now. I'm kind of converting everything that I do over to Obsidian and trying to figure out ways to perfect the workflow there. If you go to my blog at valhallaresearch.net, you'll see that it's converted over to an Obsidian site. That means that all of the links that I created for my blog post previously are now broken, so I'm going to have to go back and fix that. But I definitely, if you're doing any kind of technical research or any kind of research in general, it's a really great platform to do it on. I'm also using Obsidian for this video. This is an Obsidian Advanced Slides plugin that I'm using to create these slides. That's what NoBoilerplate uses as well. And it makes the creation process much easier. I just put together a slideshow with markdown text, and I can present it this way. It may be a little bit boring to folks who are used to the highly polished kind of stuff from other channels. I was never a highly polished person anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me. But that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm converting everything over to Obsidian just because it's a lot easier to present research that way. So that's basically it on the Obsidian side. There's new stuff coming to the channel. I'm actually recording 3 videos like right now. So you'll be able to see a lot more stuff coming from my channel, especially now that I've kind of minimized the workflow a little bit. That'll be a lot easier. So if you enjoy the new kind of content or the new format for the content, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. I'm probably not going to change it anyways, but let me know and I'll make changes. That's about it. Peace.